Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Have you completed the assignment? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me ask you all one by one. Danya has finished. What about Kirtana?
Yes, ma'am, completed.
Okay, Madhumita?
Sorry, ma'am. I have my exams coming next week, so I was preparing for that.
Okay, Sindhu and Sanjay?
We are also having midterm exams, ma'am, so we are preparing for it, ma'am. The next class I will show you, ma'am.
Oh. All right. What about the students who have completed Danya and Kirtana? Have you tried the 7th and 8th one? Have you completed the 7th and 8th one?
Yes, ma'am. I have completed the 7th one.
What about 8?
Yes, ma'am. I also completed.
Okay. Now what do we do? Some of them have not finished. When will it be ready, children? The others, Sindhu, Sanjay, and Madhumita?
Ma'am, I'll try my best to submit it within Saturday, ma'am.
Saturday. What about Sindhu and Sanjay? Sindhu and Sanjay? Can you keep it ready by Saturday, Sindhu and Sanjay? Have you all learned volumes and surface areas in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Complete this.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, is this next chapter, ma'am?
Yeah, right. Since you've all learned this in school, complete the formula. Yeah, complete the formula, children. Are we writing, children? Are you
Yes,
all
ma'am.
okay? Okay.
Ma'am, the figure in the sixth one is a semicircle, no, ma'am?
Correct, correct. Yeah.
Ma'am, fifth one is also circumference of a semicircle.
They're different. Perimeter, they're different. Circumference of a semicircle and so perimeter of the figure which I've shown is different.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I completed, but I don't know the last 6 and 7, ma'am.
No problem. No problem. All right. So children, what's the formula to find the area of a circle?
Pi r square,
I
ma'am.
square, ma'am.
Area of a circle.
Pi r square.
Correct. Area of a circle is given by the formula pi r squared, square units, where pi is a constant. We take the value of pi as 22/7, or sometimes we take it as 3.14. If nothing is mentioned, we take 22/7. If we have to take 3.14, it will be given to you. If you have to take the value of pi as 3.14, this information will be given to you in the question. If nothing is mentioned, you have to take the value of pi as 22/7. So pi r square. So 22/7 into r square, radius square. Whatever is the radius of the circle. Radius square. So supposing the radius is 10, 22/7 into 10 into 10. Area of a semicircle. Semicircle is half of a circle. This is semicircle. See, when you cut this into two equal parts, this one, area of this piece, correct? Area of this
half pi r square.
So it will be half of pi r square. Half of pi r square. Half of pi r square square units. Half of pi r square units. Similarly, area of a quadrant. Quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. Quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. 1/4 of a circle. So this is a quadrant. This is a quadrant. This one. This one is a quadrant. 1/4 of a circle is a quadrant. And the area of a quadrant is given by the formula 1/4 into pi r square. 1/4 into pi r square square units. Whatever is the area pi r square, when you multiply by 1/2, that is, when you multiply by 1/2, it means you're dividing by 2. You're dividing by 2. So half pi r square is the area of a semicircle. 1/4 pi r square is the area of a quadrant. Next, circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle. That is the length of the boundary of the circle. The length of the boundary. The length of the boundary of the circle. See here, this one. The length of the boundary of the circle is called its circumference, which is given by the formula 2 pi r units. Its length, right? Perimeter. Circumference of the circle is a length. So it's not square units. Area is expressed in square units. Any length is simply expressed in units. So say, centimeter or meter, whatever is a unit. So 2 pi r units, 2 into 22/7 into the value of the radius. So that amounts to the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a semicircle. Semicircle is half of a circle. So circle is only this ring, Circle is this ring. So semicircle will be this one. This is a semicircle, length of a semicircle. See, these two put together make the circle, right? This one and this one put together make the circle. Put together make the circle. This full thing is 2 pi r. So half of it is only this one. Half of it is this. The other half is this. This is the other half. This is the other half. When you put these two halves together, it makes the circle. So this full thing is 2 pi r. So this one alone is 2 pi r by 2. That is half of 2 pi r, half of 2 pi r, which is 2 gets cancelled. So which is pi r units. Pi r units. Pi r units, half of 2 pi r. 2 gets cancelled. 2 in the numerator and denominator gets cancelled. So pi r units. What is this pi r units? It gives you the length of a semicircle. Okay, this is a circle. The length of the circle. The length of the boundary of a circle. The length of the boundary of a circle is 2 pi r. The length of the boundary of a semicircle, only this length is half of 2 pi r, which is pi r. Only this length, children, only this one. Not including this. That's what I'm trying to say. Why am I stressing? I'm saying because It's only this length, not this one, not including this. Please understand, this full length is 2 pi r. This full length is 2 pi r. So when you divide by 2, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, pi r. What is pi r? Half of this. So half of this meaning, I think I can't erase it like that. Okay, this full thing is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. What is half of this? This much. This is half. I don't know if you watched it clearly. This is a circle. This is a circle. This is a circle. And the length of the circle, excuse me, children. So children, I was telling you that the length of the boundary of a circle is equal to 2 pi r units. The length of the boundary of a semicircle. Semicircle is this part alone. This one is a semicircle. This one is a semicircle. The length of this one alone is pi r units. Pi r units. Do we agree with me?
Yes.
If it is a full circle, it's 2 pi r. Only this one, half of it, pi r, or this one, or like this, semicircle is pi r. The length of this one is pi r. Remember that the length of this one is pi r. This is pi r. The length of this is pi r. The length of this one is 2 pi r. This one is 2 pi r. Now tell me, what is the perimeter of a figure like this? This is actually called the semicircular region. This is a semicircle. This one is a semicircle. This one is a semicircle. This is a semicircular region. This one is a semicircle. This one is a semicircular region. Now, if you have to find the perimeter of this figure,
Ma'am, is it the radius plus the line? Length
correct.
of the line?
Correct. Work it out and tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am?
but the line's length is not given.
So what do you see here? You see a semicircle
And
and the diameter. You see the semicircle here and
Yes.
the diameter. What's
Yes.
the perimeter? Yeah, what do we understand by perimeter? It's the length of the boundary of the closed figure. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure. So here you have a semicircle. The length of the semicircle is pi r. And then here you have the diameter, which can be written as 2r, 2 times the radius, plus 2r. So pi r plus 2r units. Pi r plus 2r units is the perimeter of a semicircular region, or a region which looks like what you see on the screen. This region is called a semicircular region. Semicircular region. So when you have to find the perimeter of this region or this figure, What do we see here? We see a semicircle whose length is pi r. We also see a line segment, which is nothing but the diameter of the circle, whose length is 2r. So pi r plus 2r is the perimeter of the given figure. Any doubt there?
No, ma'am.
The length of this arc is pi r. The length of this arc is pi r. And the length of this line segment is d, diameter d. So you can say pi r plus d also, pi r plus d. Or in terms of r, diameter is 2r, twice the radius. So pi r plus 2r units. Now tell me for the last one, what's the perimeter of this piece? You can see a part of the circumference here of the circle. You can see 1/4 of the circumference of the circle here. You can see 1/4 of the circumference of the circle here. And then you see the radius here and the radius here. This is radius because center to, complete the circle you can make out. Complete the circle. See here. Complete the circle. We are talking about this piece. We are talking about this piece. So you can see this is the radius. From here to here is a radius. From here to here is a radius. This is a quadrant. Or it's a quadrangular region. So here in this closed figure, you see the radius here, and you can see 1/4 of the circumference of the circle. 1/4 of the circumference of the circle. So you can just derive it yourself. The full length is 2 pi r. Now you should divide by 4. You should divide by 4 to get the length of this portion alone. 2 pi r is the length of this full thing. The length of this full thing is 2 pi r. This one alone will be 2 pi r by 4. When you simplify, you get pi r by 2. You can write pi r by 2 straight away, or you can write 2 pi r is for the full thing divided by 4. So you get pi r by 2 plus r, 2r. R plus r, 2r. 2r here is not the diameter. It's not the diameter. There is no diameter here in the quadrant. It's the radius 2 times. So pi r by 2 plus 2r. Pi r by 2 plus 2r. Children, basics must be very clear. If it's not clear, ask me now. I'll tell you now. Once we get into the exercise and you have a doubt based on this, I don't want that to happen. We'll see all this again. Yes.
Ma'am, we are not having this chapter in our book, ma'am.
You're not having this?
We are not having this chapter in our book, ma'am.
Why? Volumes and surface areas in NCERT, no?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
We are not having.
Ma'am, the chapter's name is mensuration, ma'am, in our textbook.
Okay, mensuration. All right. Yeah, it's mensuration. Okay, okay. So this is what we call a 9th and 10th. Okay, mensuration. Sanjay and Sindhu, it's mensuration.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Find the chapter in NCERT, then you will feel comfortable.
Ma'am, actually in our NCERT, we didn't have the perimeter of semicircle and perimeter of a quadrant, ma'am.
No, that comparison we'll not do, okay? Yeah. That will be different.
Ma'am,
Leave
can
that.
you teach again, ma'am?
I don't have an answer for that. You should know all this.
Yes, ma'am.
Will not find the contents will not be the same, children. We will be understanding the chapter in detail, But whatever formula we discuss here need not be in the textbook. We may be discussing a little more also. But all this is needed to, handle the questions and the exercises very comfortably.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you teach again, ma'am?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I cannot understand only the 7th one, ma'am.
7th one already. Yeah, let's see everything again. Let's see. Have you all written the, these things, children, which are on the left side, the description of the formula on the left side of the equal to sign? Have you written all this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm not going to repeat writing them. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Or let me take the next slide. 1 minute. Okay. Now, Sanjay and Sindhu, what's the formula to find the area of a circle? Actually, this is called the circular region, but we just say circle. This is a circular region. Strictly in mathematics, when we say circle, we are only talking about this ring. Only this ring is the circle. Only this ring is a circle. Along with this one is the circular region. Along with this one is called the circular region. The ring and all that inside the ring, is called the circular region. And the area of the circular region is pi r square units. But we say area of circle. It's understood when we say area of circle, we are talking about the circular region. The area of the circular region. Is that fine? Area of a circle is equal to pi r square units. Okay. Area of a circle is equal to pi r square units. All of us understand this. Now, semicircle. Semicircle is, so this is circle. Area of this full thing is pi r square. So if you cut this into two equal halves, then here it will be half of pi r square. Here will be half of pi r square. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
When you divide the circular region into two equal halves, each one is called a semicircular region. Each one is called a semicircular region. When you divide the circular region into two equal halves, each one is called a semicircular region. And the area of each of it will be half of pi r square. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So we say when you say area, it is actually a semicircular region. When we say area of a semicircle, when we say area, you're talking about the semicircular region and the circular region. So when we say area of a semicircle, we are not talking about this semicircle. We are talking about the semicircular region. This area is half of pi r square. Maybe beside that, you can, beside this one, you can just make the, oh yeah, I've shown the figure here for you. See, you should draw this one. Then only you'll understand which area you're talking about. Let me do it symbolically, children. 1 minute, 1 minute. See here. Area of this region is pi r square. Area of this region is half pi r square. Area of this region. What is this? It's a quadrant, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it will be 1/4 pi r square. Is this right?
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, children. Thank you, children. So, yeah, is this understood so far? This is a circular region, area pi r square square units. This is a semicircular region, that is half of a circular region. Its area is half pi r square square units. And this is, see, if you complete this, this is a circular region, children. If you complete this, it's a circular region. See here, this is 1/4 of pi r square. This is understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sure, children, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to perimeter and circumference. Circumference, see here, we are talking only about the length of this ring. The length of this ring, the length of this ring, okay, is 2 pi r units. The length, this is about area. The length of this ring, if you cut it and stretch it, you know, what length will it have? If you suppose say cut it here, you say it's a circular object like this, a bangle or you know, something circular, you cut it here and you stretch it. You make it straight, you straighten it up and you measure its length using a scale. Assuming that you can measure it using a scale, you measure its length using a scale. What length you will get? That is calculated using the formula 2 pi r units. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
2 pi r is the length of this ring, the length of this portion, the length of this ring. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r units. Now, when you cut this ring, when you cut this one into 2 equal halves, each half will look like this. Like one half will look like this, the other half will look like this. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I'm not very, perfect in my figures, but I'm sure you all understand. So when you cut this circle into 2 equal halves, each half will look like this. Now the length of each of these halves, will be half of 2 pi r, half of 2 pi r. So pi r units, Is this okay? So what is pi r units? The length of only this arc, you can say arc, or the length of only this arc. The length of only these pieces, this length is pi r, this length is pi r. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, when you cut this circle into 4 equal pieces, each piece will look like this. One like this, like this. I don't know. Yeah, this is what I can do with the, pen tablet. You get it, children? Each one will look like each. Let me draw a circle. And you cut it into 4 equal halves. Okay, you cut it into 4 equal halves. So the length from here to here, or the length from here to here, or the length from here to here, or here to here. Okay, there are 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Correct, children?
Yes, ma'am.
What included only this? I'm talking only about this piece, children. I'm talking only about this, not this and this. Only this arc. Only this arc. This full thing is 2 pi r. So the length of this portion alone will be equal to 1/4 of 2 pi r. 1/4 of 2 pi r. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you get on reducing it? Pi r by 2 units. Pi r by 2 units. Yeah, I think this diagrammatic representation will be more easy to understand. Please make a note of this also, children. Please take down this in your book. Below what you've written earlier, please make a note of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Completed, ma'am.
All right. All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now coming to the perimeter of these figures. Now look at this figure, which you've already seen earlier. What is the area of this figure? What's the area of this figure?
Ma'am, 2 pi r plus 2r.
Area.
Ma'am, area is 2 pi, half into 2 pi r, ma'am.
Yeah, half
Into
into
2 pi.
What is the area of this figure?
Ma'am, half into pi r square. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. All of you tell me one answer.
Ma'am, half into pi r square, ma'am.
All of you agree with that? Square units. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. You're all right. Very good. Now, what about perimeter, children? Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure. All right. So what makes this closed figure? What makes this closed figure? The closed figure is made up of an arc like this and a line segment like this. The closed figure is made up of an arc like this and a line segment like this. So the length of this arc, together with the length of this line segment make the perimeter of this figure. So now what is the length of this arc? Yeah, what is the length of this arc?
Half into 2 pi r, ma'am. That is pi r.
Pi r, very good, pi r. What is the length of this line segment? What is this line segment called?
Diameter, ma'am.
Diameter. Diameter is what? It's r plus r, right? That is 2r. From here to here it's radius. From here to here it's radius. So 2r. Pi r plus 2r units. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please make a note of this. Sanjay and Sindhu, do we understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, please complete this in your book, children.
Completed, ma'am.
All right.
Completed, ma'am.
All right. Yeah. So next we have what's the area? What's the perimeter? Yeah.
Ma'am, area is 1/4 pi r square.
Square units. Very good. And what about perimeter? What? So what are the different portions that make this closed figure? So the different portions are, there's a line segment like this. So you need to know this length. There's another line segment like this. You need to know this length, and there's an arc like this. All these three pieces complete the closed figure. So it is the length of this one plus this one plus this one. The closed figure can be divided into three parts. The boundary can be divided into three parts. One line segment like this, another one like this, and then an arc like this. The length of all these three pieces put together, the sum of the lengths of these three pieces make the perimeter of this figure. So what is the length of this one? What's the length of this one? This. What is the length of this piece? Why is the question so difficult? What is the length of this piece?
Half of diameter, ma'am.
Yeah, what is it? What is half of diameter? Radius, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So can we call this R?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you call this one?
Radius, ma'am.
Radius, ma'am.
R. And what's the length of this one? The length of this will be 1/4 of 2 pi r. 1/4 of 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the full length. The length of this one will be 1/4 of 2 pi r. When on cancelling, you get pi r by 2. Pi r by 2. So it is pi r by 2 plus r plus r. Or you can say pi r by 2 plus 2r units. Plus 2r units. All right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. Write down, children.
Written, ma'am.
Done. All right.
Completed, ma'am.
Very good.
Completed, ma'am.
Good. Yeah. Now, this is semicircle. This is semicircle. All right. Now, supposing this length is 14 centimeters. This length is 14 centimeters. All right. So you're given a figure like this where you see it's like it's a square, but it's not a complete square. If you connect this, it's a square. If you connect this one, then it's a square. This one is a square. And this arc is a semicircle. This arc inside is a semicircle. This arc inside is a semicircle. All right, so now I want you to find the perimeter of this figure. I want you to find the perimeter of the figure. Find perimeter of the figure. Well, let me give one broad heading, find the perimeter, and give you different figures under that. 1 second. Yes, children, find out. Find the perimeter of this figure. Perimeter is the length of the boundary. How many pieces is this figure made up of? Kirtana.
Ma'am?
Yeah, how many pieces is this figure made up of?
A square and a semicircle, ma'am.
Sorry?
A square and a semicircle, ma'am.
No, see, I'll tell you how I explained this one. I told you that in this figure is made up of 3 pieces, I said. Okay. I said this one is made up of 3 pieces. I said it is made up of one line segment here like this, one line segment here like this, another line segment here like this, and an arc. So this what we call a quadrant. This what we call a quadrant is made up of 3 pieces. See, we trying to understand it like that. You know, this is our own language. May not be a mathematical language, but we're trying to understand like this. So this quadrant is made up of 3 pieces. So you have a stick like this, another stick like this, and an arc like this. If you put them together, it makes a quadrant. In this language, how do you describe the figure here? How many pieces is this figure made up of?
3 line segments and 1 arc.
Very good. 3 line segments. It's made up of 3 line segments and 1 arc. And this arc is called a? This arc is called a? Who can tell me what is the arc called?
Ma'am, a semicircle.
It's a semicircle. The arc is a semicircle. So now we have to find the lengths of these 4 pieces because there are 4 pieces in this figure. As Kirtana rightly said, 3 line segments and 1 arc, which is a semicircle. Now, what are the lengths of the 3 line segments? What are the lengths of the 3 line segments? It's all the same, children. It's a square. So if I...
Ma'am, I found the answer.
What are the lengths of the 3 line segments?
Ma'am, the final answer is 64, ma'am.
All right, we'll see that, Madhumita. But now tell me the length of the 3 line segments.
14 centimeter, ma'am.
14, 14, 14. Correct?
42, ma'am.
42. What's the length of the semicircle? Kirtana, how do you find the length of the semicircle?
The perimeter, ma'am.
Yeah, length is perimeter, right? It's not
Yes, ma'am.
area.
Pi r plus 2 pi. Pi r plus 2.
No, Kirtana, see what you're doing is, it's not a ready-made formula. You see the situation here. What do you see here? You see only this one, right? You see only this. What's the length of this piece? The length of this is, the length of this is different from the length of this. For this one, it is pi r plus 2r. For this one, it is only pi r. Do you get the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
See, the length of this arc alone is pi r. But when it's combined with this line segment, which is the diameter, this is r, this is r. So then it becomes the length of the boundary of this figure is pi r plus r, which means pi r plus 2r. Kirtana, do you get the difference between the two?
Yes, ma'am.
The difference between the length of this piece and the length of this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now we see only the arc here. So the length of this arc is what, Kirtana? What is the expression which is used to find the length of that arc?
Pi r.
Pi r. And what is the value of r?
Or radius.
Correct, radius. What is the
14
value?
centimeter.
14, is it? Okay, now let me just connect it like this with dotted lines. This full thing is 14, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is attached to the semicircle is the radius or diameter? The line segment that is attached to the semicircle is the radius or diameter?
Ma'am, it's the diameter.
No, Kirtana, the line segment attached to the semicircle.
It's the diameter, ma'am.
No, let me complete the circle. Now you tell me. Now tell me, is it the diameter or radius?
Which one, ma'am?
Oh, no. This one.
That's the diameter, ma'am.
Yeah, then this one is what? This one is what?
Diameter.
Can you make out where I'm annotating?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's a diameter. Diameter is 14. What is r?
7 centimeter.
Is that understood? It's 7, not 14. What is 14?
14 is diameter and radius is 7.
Just a second. Yeah. So children, class, this line segment, which is attached to the semicircle, has a length of 14 centimeters, which is the diameter for the semicircle, not the radius. It's a diameter. The radius of the semicircle is 7 centimeters. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the length, see here, this figure is made up of a line segment like this, which is 14 centimeters, another line segment like this, which is 14 centimeters, another line segment like this, which is 14 centimeters. So 14 plus 14 plus 14, 42 centimeters plus pi r, this length, which is pi r plus pi r, where the value of r is not 14, 7. So what is pi r? 22 by 7 into 7. So that's 22. So 42 plus 22, 64 centimeters is the perimeter of the given figure.
Ma'am, I got the right answer.
Yeah, right. Yes, you shared the correct answer. Good. So answer, perimeter of the given figure, perimeter of the figure or the given figure is equal to 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus pi r. That is equal to 42 plus, you can work this in a bracket, 22 by 7 into r. D diameter is 14, r is 7. So that is equal to 42 plus 7 gets cancelled, 22, which is 64 centimeters. If your steps don't match with this, please take down this also. You might have tried it and got the correct answer. Just in case your steps look different, please take down this also. All right, let's see the next one. No, sorry, 1 second, not this. This one is an equilateral triangle. It's an equilateral triangle. And on the sides of the equilateral triangle, we have semicircles. We have semicircles on each side of the equilateral triangle. Semicircles are described on each side of the equilateral triangle. Let's say the side of the equilateral triangle is 21 centimeters. Okay, 21 centimeters. 21 centimeters. Find the perimeter of this figure. Find the perimeter of this figure. How many pieces is this figure made up of?
6, ma'am.
Very good. 6 pieces. 6 pieces because there's one like this, there's one like this, there is one like this, then there is one like this, there is another one like this, and another one like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. What are the lengths of these 3 pieces? What are the lengths of these 3 pieces?
21 centimeter, ma'am.
21. So perimeter of the figure is equal to 21 plus 21 plus 21. And then how do you find the length of the 3 arcs? What's the length of this piece?
Yeah.
What's the length of this piece?
Ma'am, pi r.
Pi r. How many times pi r?
3 times, ma'am.
3 times pi r. So this is 63 plus.
3.
You can just write 3 pi r because pi r is 3 pi r. So 63 plus 3 into 22 by 7. What's the value of r?
10.5, ma'am.
Or if, as a fraction?
Ma'am, 10 1 by 2.
No. Okay. What's the diameter?
Ma'am, the diameter is 21 centimeter.
Divide by 2. What is that?
Ma'am, 21 by 2.
Yeah, you can take this 21 by 2.
Yes,
So 3 into 22 by 7 into 21 by 2. So that's 63 plus 2 ones are 2 11s are 7 ones are 7 threes are. So what do we have here? 11 6 11 9 99. 99. So 2 1 carry over 162. 162 centimeter. The perimeter of the figure is equal to 162 centimeter. Is that right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please take down this.
Taken down, ma'am.
Taken, ma'am.
All right, children. No, what taken? Have you taken it? Don't take a screenshot. Please complete this in your classwork now.
Completed,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. I opened in my book.
Ma'am, I wrote it as we were doing it, ma'am.
Sorry?
I wrote it as we were working it out, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Okay. I just wanted to double check. Yeah. All of you done writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Sindhu and Sanjay, Madhumita, Danya, Kirtana, and Devadarshini. All right, children. That's it for today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.